welcome back to my channel. My name is Teno Merkuba, and in today's video we are doing Virgo and Virgo's similarity with every other sign. And before I begin, I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. I'd like to thank all the people that have gotten readings from me, and all the people that want to get readings from me, hit me up on my IG and I'll send you a menu for, you know, different readings that you can get from me. And anyway, let's get into it. So Virgo similarities with Libra. Now, okay, I have both Libra and Virgo in my birth chart, and my mom's a Libra and I'm a Virgo, so I can very much stand on this one, that I know that we have a lot of things in common. And one of those things that we have in common is that we both love perfection in a way, you know. We love things to be tidy and organized, right? But Libra is gonna do it in a balancing way, and Virgo is gonna do it in a let's make it work kind of way, you know. And I think in that sense they can very much, because they use those same principles in everyday life and everything that they do, you know what I'm saying? So in that sense, they can very much overly care about their appearance and their health, and you know what I'm saying, their general body, you know, like they care about what they intake and what, like just anything that they put in their body. They're very health conscious people, you know, but for different reasons. I think Virgos are a lot more kind of nervous about not being healthy, and this is not all Virgos, but just the general Virgo 6th house archetype, you know. It cares a lot about health and having something on a routine and something to rely on that's gonna make us healthy body wise, you know what I'm saying? Libra cares about those things too, but they care about it in a way of like, I have to still somewhat be desirable, I have to look good, I have to sustain looking good. That's basically also Virgos. They feel the need to constantly sustain looking good, so they do that. Libra does that with their health, yes, but you know, their clothes, especially the people that they're with, how they talk to people, you know what I'm saying? Like they always want to have healthy relationships with people, healthy conversations in a way. Libra may be also thinking about sex a lot, but and Virgo may be criticizing why they don't want to have sex with you, or why they don't even want to be your friend in that way. But it's like they always want to maintain some kind of, you know, like angelic, pure type of look, you know what I'm saying? Like they have like this perfection syndrome type of thing, where it's like everything that they do is like so you know, it's like that type of thing. It's just like perfect, you know. I think because of that, they do that with everything or everyone that they encounter, you know. Both of them feel the need to balance out or balance Libra, fix Virgo, fix you in a way that you know, like that you're better. Like these are the signs that like to upgrade you. They love to like perfect you and fix you so that you can, like a Libra wants to balance your life, you know, but in that sense it's like it's the same as a Virgo wanting to fix you, you know what I'm saying? They're helpers, and they love helping people, and they love somehow, especially in relationships, where they love to become that which you desire, or they become what they think you lack or what they think you need, you know what I'm saying? Like a Virgo and a Libra are very good at like putting themselves in a position where, like let's say for example, I'm a person that a Virgo and a Libra wants to date, and then we start dating, and then that Libra or Virgo sees that in my life I lack someone passion, or I lack passion, or let's say I lack the sense to have logical decisions, you know. Let's say I lack that, you know. A Libra and a Virgo will take it upon themselves to become that for you. It's like they're assets in that way. Like they're very I don't know if ascetic. They're like assets in relationships, and they love feeling like they're helping people, or they're balancing out a situation, or somehow making the situation better by either adding more logic or more reasoning, more rational thinking, more whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like just love feeling like they're helping you do better in life. And because of that, like they love looking clean, you know what I'm saying? They love looking organized. They also, same as Leo and Capricorn, you know, they love looking the part. They love looking like they have their shit together. These guys are very, very fucking smart. They're very strategical about the things that they do. You know, both of them can get kind of very chaotic, especially in those moments where things are unbalanced or things aren't making sense. You know, they can get a bit like frantic, but for the most part, they know how to like kind of analyze a situation, put themselves in like okay, how else can I look at this, or what route can we take, you know what I'm saying, to get around this or make this work in our favor, that type of thing. They know how to blend it, or they know how to match people's intellect. You know, they can speak to anybody in the world and know how to match intellects with people. Eventually, like the more you speak to specific people, you'll know like the different ways people communicate. So these signs are very good at like picking up on how different people communicate, and they know how to put themselves in a situation where it's like, okay, now I have to talk like this because this is like, they say they went to Brazil or they went to America. They know how to kind of camouflage themselves, or you know what I'm saying, like shapeshift themselves in a way that's gonna like match whatever environment they're in. And they're very detail oriented. They care about each and every object because they care about like setting the mood right. You know, they care about like the atmosphere that they're in, and they care about like what's happening because they're very conscious of the people around them, you know, because whatever the people are like, whatever somebody else is feeling, they somehow take it on themselves, you know, and they try to fix things. Like Libras and Virgos are fixers. They're like fixing and helping and balancing and just making something a lot better. And they also they love catering to people, not love, but it's like an instinct for them to cater to people's needs, you know. And sometimes they can neglect their own needs because they can overly do that and then make somebody get used to that, and then that person kind of like gets lazy in terms of like fixing their own problems. So then a Libra and a Virgo will take it upon themselves to feel like they have to be the one to cater to your energy. They have to be the one to always like, you know, change their mood so that you're fine, or set themselves in a specific mood where you can, you know what I'm saying, like where you feel like, okay, this is not the time right now to be angry or whatever. Because, and going back to the fact that they're so strategic, because they're so strategic, they love getting to the money. They're very, like, Libra's exalted in Saturn, so they also care about materials and, like, having material stability, you know, and, like, knowing how to build relationships with people so that whenever you need something, you know that you have a homie to, like, you know, rely on. But Virgo is, like, they may do it with, okay, I have a job that's gonna, I rely on this job because this job gives me the money that I need to support myself and that, you know. So both of them, like, they love luxury, but two completely different reasons, you know. I think Virgo's luxury is very specific. Virgos are very specific with the things that they like. Both of these signs are very, very picky, but I think a Libra is not as picky as a Virgo. Libras are picky with some things. Virgos are picky with everything. But yeah, guys, for the most part, they just love, they're very chill people at the end of the day. They love helping. They love helping figure out your problems and then coming up with logical solutions. These are problem solvers. Moving on to Virgo and Scorpio. Both of them are very also detail oriented, and they like, both Virgos and Scorpios know how to read between the lines. Libras also, but Libras aren't suspicious maybe. You know, Virgos and Scorpios are very suspicious. Let me say, Scorpios are suspicious and Virgos are cynical. You know what I'm saying? And that can also just point down to being somewhat pessimistic people, or it can be viewed as pessimistic, you know. It's like, why are you always like questioning motives of people, or why are you always reading between the lines or trying to find like the hidden motives when sometimes there is no hidden motives, you know what I'm saying? But that's just coming from the fact that they're suspicious / cynical people. They're detectives, and because of that, like they have like this detective energy to them where they love figuring things out. Think of, if you watch Riverdale, think of Jughead and what's that girl's name? Jughead and his girlfriend. Virgo. I think Jughead could be a Scorpio, and that girl, actually that girl is a Virgo. I did her birth chart. She's a Virgo sun, moon, and Mercury. And Jughead, he's a Leo in real life. Like Cole Sprouse is a Leo, but like just that dynamic, that's like a Scorpio Virgo type of thing, where it's like they're always trying to figure out the mysteries of something, get to the bottom of something, get to why it happened, you know what I'm saying, like who it is, why they did it, when they did it, that type of, like they're very specific and they're very like detail oriented in that way, you know. And it's like both of them, like they feel and they notice every single small thing, and it can be very irritating, you know, to just always feel and like, you know, be overly sensitive to like the energies around you, you know. And that's why they can be like, they can tend to being introverts a lot, just because they know that they take on a lot of other people's vibes, you know. So once they get into a mood where they feel overwhelmed, they can get destructive. And that leads me to this point, is that they can get very destructive, self-destructive especially, you know, where they get overly insecure about themselves, and then they always feel the need to like reinvent themselves. And I think it happens naturally, but I think maybe for Scorpio it happens more naturally, where it's like they have this deep desire to transform and be like the best ideal version of themselves, you know. So they transform themselves in that way, or life takes them through transformations where they eventually get into that headspace. With Virgos, it's like they always want to fix themselves, you know. Like they don't really necessarily go through transformations, even though they do sextile the 8th house, so they have that opportunity to do that, you know. But for Virgo, it's always like the reinvention of like the same way they like to fix people, they fix themselves in that way. So both of these signs can get overly critical of themselves, you know. And I think this is what leads, or this is what also creates that pessimistic vibe, or being overly realistic, or kind of like when somebody presents something good, Virgos and Scorpios would be the first ones to like say something like the worst possible thing that could happen, you know what I'm saying. Both of these signs are overly dramatic, especially when they get into that pessimistic vibe, because like these are the signs that can think of so many scenarios that could possibly go wrong. Like these are the signs that can talk themselves out of good things, just because they always overly think about the worst case scenario, you know. So they can block blessings in that way, or block meeting really cool people, you know, because they're also cynical and because they're so suspicious of just everything. I think that suspicion can also just lead to being paranoid. So because they're so cynical and suspicious, they're very controlling and micromanage people around them, you know. But to them it could be like, no, I'm trying to look out for your best interest, whatever. But you know, or they'd be like, no, the world, you know, other people in the world don't really love you like that. Or and to a fault, that is true, because I mean the world is fucking dangerous, you know. There are some crazy people out there, but I mean, like, shit, have fun also. Shit, bruh, have fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Virgos and Scorpios can sometimes get in their own way, just because they can overly think of the worst case scenario. And because they do that with themselves, they can do that with the people around them that are like the closest to them, you know. With like, they may, for example, let's say I'm friends with a Virgo and a Scorpio. Okay, my dad's a fucking Virgo, so I can give you an example like this. Okay, no, maybe not, because he's a parent, and parents will be like, yeah, but I do that because I love you. So let's say I'm a human, and you don't know my star sign, and I'm with a Virgo and a Scorpio, and I present to them that, yo, guys, I think we should go to, or I think we should go to this specific party. A Virgo and a Scorpio, or a Scorpio will be like, bruh, I actually don't think we should go, because I heard firstly it's gonna rain. It might rain, and I don't think, you know, we just did our hair yesterday. I don't think that would be a good idea. Secondly, we might see this person, and we don't really want to see that person right now because of A, B, and C, D, E. Thirdly, I don't even like those people there, because I think those people are fake. And, you know, like these are the type of people that would list all the reasons why that shouldn't happen, you know. And they're good at like really getting to you and making you feel like, damn, that actually was a bad idea, or damn, maybe we actually shouldn't do that, or damn, maybe, you know what, you're right, maybe we you know what I'm saying. They're very good at doing shit like that. You could also have like a specific dream that you want, like let's say you want to be a musician or an artist. A Scorpio and a Virgo, trust and believe that they'll fucking burst your bubble and like hit you with facts and reality. And that's something they'll share with Capricorns too. Like these are, and sometimes Aquariuses, you know, they're good bubble bursters, you know, where they'll like fucking bring you down into reality with them, you know. You won't like being around this energy, especially if you like a Gemini, a fucking Aries, a fucking Libra, a fucking, what else, Leo also. You know, guys, I forgot to mention that one thing about Scorpios and Virgos is that they won't do something unless it's gonna be done right? But for Scorpio, it's like that energy of we either gonna like not do it or we're gonna do it all the way. It's either like all or nothing. But for Virgo, it's like we're either not gonna do it, or when we do it, it's gonna be fucking perfect. But it's the same vibe, you know? Like, they don't want to do anything half-assed. You know, they don't want to cut corners or everything. Like, they don't want to cut corners or, like, you know what I'm saying? Not do something to the best of its ability. Because these signs are somewhat, like, intense in their intentions to fulfill a goal. Bars. Also, I think they function very well when things are chaotic. Like they function well in crisis. You know, when things are like I think when the COVID thing happened, a lot of like Virgos and Scorpios are like, oh wow, nice, the world is burning, cool. Yeah, like it's like because they usually are very chaotic within themselves. You know, because of all this transformation, the intensity, the criticism, all of that, having to be perfect all of the time. Like, because they not constantly, but most of the time they're in that bag of, like, chaoticness or chaos, you know? When they're, like, when a situation is presented. And before I say that, they're also good at causing crisis for other people, just to see how you handle it. Like, sometimes they can intentionally start drama or start some shit up just to see how you handle it, or even just to test how strong they are, or like testing how, you know, like their skills and being so calm, cool, collected in crisis situations, shit like that. They can just throw you in a crisis just to see what you do, and that's fucking fucked up. Sometimes they do it unknowingly, yes, when you're younger, but sometimes when they know they do that shit, like it'd be for dumb reasons, but whatever. Yeah, and as I was saying, so moving on to that, you know, like, because they live in crisis so often, like, when there is a crisis, they know how to behave, and they know how to, like, kind of fix things and put things together and understand why it's like that, but also kind of, like, keep a cool, calm, collected, like, interior and exterior, just because, like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm used to this, like, I already know how to handle and, like, move in these situations. Anyway, moving on to Sagittarius and Virgo. One thing that they have in common is that they tell the truth, boy, and they know how to, like, in a way, criticize other people that aren't truthful or don't make sense or don't get to the point quickly. You know, because they know how to get to the point quickly, and they're very truthful in that, you know. Both of them know how to hurt your feelings also, because fucking Sagittarius is very honest. Virgo is very critical. So in that way, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Same shit. They're very honest people. And it can be really difficult to hear the truth from them, you know, because you may think they're attacking you or something. Especially with Scorpio, you may just think they're attacking you. But sometimes they're just really telling you the truth or something that you really need to know there and then. And they have no patience for people who cap. Like, they don't like liars, or they don't like people that, like, beat around the bush. Or they don't like people that just don't make sense, you know? They don't like people that, like, whenever they say something, it's just like, what? No. You know? They don't like shit like that. But they're very good at giving advice to people, you know? Because essentially both of them have been through enough life experiences. Even when they're young, you know? Like, they love giving advice because both of them think that because they've been through specific life experiences, they have different programs or ways of doing things in life that has helped them because they learned from past experiences. So they love sharing that knowledge and wisdom that they had and giving it to you. And they love they're very good at, like, Sagittarius is like the wise guru, and like Virgos is like your school teacher, your school advisor or something, you know. Just get advice from them. And they love giving advice, you know, because they love feeling like, oh yeah, I have the answers to give you. Move on to Virgo and Capricorn. They're both earth signs, so they're definitely fixated on being stable, and they love things that make sense, and they love things that are on a routine, and, you know, things that have been planned. Like, they love planning, they love having schedules, they love organizing. They're very organized people. Like, they can organize anything. They love organizing other people more so. I think Capricorn is a lot better at organizing themselves, because Virgo can be very like chaotic because of that Mercury, you know. But I think Capricorn is a lot more organized and knows how to be a lot more organized, you know. Because essentially both of them, they present themselves like this because they also care about a lot. Like they care about their appearance, you know. And I'm gonna say this with, I said this with Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Capricorn. Yeah. Top people that care about their appearance, you know, and how they're viewed by people, you know. So because they care about that, they love organizing themselves and presenting themselves in such a way that they look sophisticated, you know. In my age group, it may not be like I mean, it's definitely gonna be like, yeah, you know, I have stability, I have cash, I know how to take care of myself, I'm independent, you know. It may not be like, you know, I'm a business owner type of thing, but I think at 20, it's more so like, you know, like you care about people not looking at you like, oh, damn, you're a broke bitch, or damn, you so dirty, you know, or damn, wow, you look like a hoe, or whatever, you know, like, you care about shit like that, so you present yourself as a Virgo, and I'm speaking as a Virgo now with, like, mad Capricorn in me, you just present yourself in such a way that's, like, you know, I have dignity and pride, and I'm clean, and I clean my nails, and, you know, I wash the back of my ears, and, you know, shit like that, you know, you just care about even the details, and that's something Capricorns and Virgos share, that they care about the details of themselves, and the things that they present, and, you know, just anything that would have to do with external people having an opinion on that, they're gonna take care of it, or kind of manipulate it in a way that presents itself in a way that is, like, beneficial to them. Also, they're very strategic. Both Libras, Virgos, Capricorns are very strategical people. You know, they love taking steps. And this, once again, goes back to planning things and organizing things and, you know, making sure there's structure and things make sense and things go on a routine and things are on time. And that's something that they love and appreciate. Both of them love being early or, like, even on time. But I think early. Maybe not all Virgos, but, like, they definitely prioritize being early and being on time. Not like air signs where they can be kind of delusional in time, but, like, they're very time manageable. They love managing things. Also, micromanagers also, you know. Just Capricorn is a lot more bossy and, like, they feel like their friends work for them. But Virgos is gonna be a lot more, do this because what you're doing right now doesn't make sense. Capricorn is like, do this because we're gonna essentially build a business together. And, you know, work on our friendship or something, you know. Both of them are just very work-orientated, you know, in that sense. And also, lastly, they're very realistic people. Like, they know how to, like, they know how to realistically plan things. Whereas, like, an air sign may not be realistic in specific procedures. You know, like, Virgos and Capricorns know, like, they're very, it's like second nature to know about a procedure and just to understand how procedures and how things take time and how things, like, need organizing and planning, you know what I'm saying? And I also think they love working. I think because it's essentially, like, building a reputation, because they know, like, at the end of the day, they're working towards something, you know? I think that's one thing that they both appreciate, working towards something or knowing that there's, like, an end goal to whatever it is that they're doing, you know? Moving on to Virgo and Aquarius, right? So Virgo and Aquarius also have a lot in common. Aquarius is exalted in Mercury and Virgo is home in Mercury. So they're going to share the fact that they're very much, like, also observant people. You know, they're very analytical. They know why people did shit. They know when you're lying because they also know how to, like, read between the fucking lines. You know what I'm saying? So, like, helping people. Like, these are definitely the helping signs. Virgos, we know, like, they like helping people because this is the 6th house, which is the house of service and shit. But 11th house is the house of humanitarianism, you know. So, essentially, it's, like, serving humanitarianism. It's, like, really along the same lines, you know. They love helping people. They love making sure that everything's good. They may be very aloof, though, in how they, like, they may not be, like, interpersonal or, like emotionally, like, their services don't come from emotionally connecting to you like a Cancer would, you know. It's more so, like, taking care of a problem but not really tending to your emotional needs, because that's for you to figure out. That's for you to figure out, but I'm here to help you, like, I don't know, fix your mind, or, you know, like, world hunger, or damn, let me help you build a house, or let me help, you know what I'm saying? Like basic shit, like, not basic, but shit like that. But when it comes to emotions, they can be a bit like standoffish, can be very, they can have intimacy issues, I think. Virgo and Libras are very much prone to having intimacy issues. Just like being awkward in love situations. And then because they're so awkward, they may overly criticize why love is stupid or why things are stupid just because they don't know how to do it. Like, whenever they can't do something, they'll just overly criticize it or like deem it as stupid or, you know, shit like that. They love figuring things out eventually because they are very smart and cerebral, you know. Yeah, so like, as I said, they're detectives also, just like the Scorpio and the Virgo reading. They're detectives and they know how to read between the lines and figure people out and figure a situation out. Both of them get irritated easily, but I think Aquarius's irritation can lead into anger. Like, they can just get irrationally angry. Virgos can just get like irrationally irritated or like just frustrated when things don't make sense, or when someone said something stupid, or when someone's talking to them and they're not in the mood. Or both Aquariuses and Virgos can be very moody, but not emotionally moody, just like, how do I say this? Because they have so much things, like they have so many things that they're thinking about. And it's like, those thoughts are operating at such like a high like a high frequency in terms of like how they're thinking about it, you know? Like, how do I say this? Like, how they think about things is like so very much intellectual that whenever something that they deem as stupid presents itself, they get so irritated because it's like, oh my god, like, why couldn't you have the intellect to think of like something that wasn't that, to think of something smarter, or like think of something to say that was like actually worth hearing, you know what I'm saying? And I think in that case they can both be intellectual bullies in that way, you know, and also think that they're smarter than everybody, or everybody around them is so stupid. But yeah, both of them are introverts that can masquerade themselves as extroverts, depending on the day. I think they both deal with a lot of like nervous energy, you know? Like, they're very, very fucking nervous people, I find. But essentially how they show love is very intellectual and in ways that are helping. Like, how they show, like, in relationships, you might find like a Virgo and Aquarius don't really tend to like hugs and affection like Leo, Cancer, Taurus would, you know. They'll help, like, the way they show love is maybe a Virgo will fetch you or wake you up when you need to wake up, you know what I'm saying, telling you which foods you should eat for whatever health problem that you have. Aquarius will help you in a way of like, you know, helping you think of a new way of how to think of something, or I don't know, just like giving you really good ideas, but like really good unique ideas, or kind of helping you solve a situation, or just kind of helping you think of something in a different way, you know. But it won't be gushy, you know what I'm saying, like I love you so much type of like dramatical Leo type of shit thing, you know. I'll move on to the last one, Virgo and Pisces, this opposition. Now, this opposition is not like the Gemini Sagittarius where they have a lot in common, because Virgos and Pisces don't have that much in common. What they do have in common is that they're both healers. They heal people. They're good with, like, I think these are the top people that attract fucked up people. A lot of Pisces can be very much chaotic, but if a Pisces is not chaotic, let me say that if a Pisces is not a chaotic Pisces, like if they're not a dude, because I know Pisces men are fucking chaotic, you know. Speaking to the woman now, like if a Pisces woman is very like stable, calm, cool, collected, she'll usually attract a lot of fucked up people, you know, like not fucked up, messy, irresponsible, you know what I'm saying, just crazy people that need to be seeing a therapist or something. Because, you know, Virgo's on a daily, bro. Oh, actually, let me cancel all of that. Virgo men can also be very fucking chaotic. So this is more so just for the females. Like, female Virgos and Pisces may attract a lot of fucked up men, right? But the male Virgos and Pisces, they know how to kind of heal or give like a a helping shoulder. But all the Virgos and Pisces, male and women and everything in between, are very good with like helping and healing people and kind of like, you know, understanding where you came from and giving you solutions or comfort. AKA Pisces will give you that comfort and Virgo will give you a solution on how to like, you know, fix a situation or even fix how you feel about a situation. I think they essentially feel obligated to help, you know. But then again, it does depend with age. If they feel compelled, like, damn, you really are gonna die without me right now, they'll definitely help you, you know. But I think for the most part, like, it's second nature for Virgos to, and Pisces to want to help heal people. And Pisces and Virgos can be very chaotic, just scattered, you know, don't know how to finish a project, you know, but for different reasons though, obviously. You know, Pisces may just feel like, okay, it's done with this, like, let's go with the flow of something else. So they'll go with the flow too much and like kind of neglect finishing past projects. But a Virgo will do that because it's like, damn, this project's not going to be perfect enough and I can't do anything if it's not going to be perfect, you know. So they know how to, like, just the same as Virgo and Libra, both of them know how to cater to people's individual needs, you know. Like, they know also how to be that which you lack, or that which what you desire, or that with which what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know how to become whatever it is that they think you need or they feel that you need at that specific moment, you know? Because of all of this, they're just therapists. They're natural therapists. People usually come to them for advice. People usually come to them when their lives are fucked up, you know? I think these are, including Scorpio, all three of these signs, people usually come to them and tell them, like, the most fucked up thing that they've done or that has happened to them. Because they just ooze, all three of these signs just ooze, like understanding, and like they won't judge you, even though Virgos are very judgmental. Like, it's like they won't judge you, but they'll just want to give you a solution to whatever it is that your problem is. And that's all for Virgo's similarity with every other sign. And in my next video, I'm gonna do a Libra similarities with every other sign. Thank you so much for watching this video and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? It's all love and like all good vibes. I'll see you in my next video.